Are you like me and you're looking for a smart fan? Obviously you are, because you wouldn't be watching this video right here. So here it is, the Lumary smart fan. I'm going to go ahead and unbox it. I'm going to install it, and we're going to see how good this thing really is. A few weeks ago, I did a review of the Lumary permanent outdoor lights, and I really was pretty impressed by it. So I went to Lumary and I went on their website, and I was seeing out all their other products that they have to offer. And so I went ahead and got with Lumary because I wanted to try out their 52-inch smart fan. So again, this is the Lumary 52-inch smart fan. So we got an RGB that goes around, and then you have your LED light in the middle, and of course 52 inches. And I believe there is two different links that you can choose from in the box, which we'll get to in just a sec, and then 2600 lumens. So let's go ahead and get it opened up. Okay, as soon as you open it up, you're greeted to the user manual. Make sure you read this. You don't want to cause a fire or electrocute yourself. We're going to go over some safety tips in a minute. You get some install hardware right here. But no, this is going to be the light. So on the light and the diffuser in here, I mean, I thought this was going to be a little bit smaller. It's actually pretty decent in size. You get two different sizes in here, so you can have it a short snub, or you can have a little bit longer snub coming out of the ceiling. So me, I'm going to actually be using this smaller snub right here because I don't want that length. It all depends on how tall your ceiling is. So my ceilings are about 10 foot tall, so I'm going to be using this one right here. If I had 15-foot ceilings, then I would use 12 to 15. I would use the longer one. But then you just have all your install hardware, and then of course the module that actually controls this, and your remote control. And the remote control you can mount on the wall. So here's the fan itself. And again, you do get 5 blades for this, and they are right here. And I did opt in for the silver color. They do have silver and white, I believe, is the other two colors. Maybe I'll put up on the screen to let you know which for sure. But here's the blades right here. And again, these are 52 inches. Now this one blade's not 52 inch. When this is on one side and one's on the other side, it becomes 52 inches complete once they're installed from side to side. And so the first thing I'm going to do now before I get everything ready to install is I'm going to go outside and I'm going to hit my breaker box. That's going to be number one. Stay safe. Hit your breaker box. Don't just hit this power switch off, because that doesn't guarantee the power is off. Go outside, hit your breaker box, put this thing together, and let's get it installed. Okay, well, I said I was going to go outside and I was going to hit the breaker box, but I need to put this together while I still have some light in here. So that's what we're going to do real quick. I'm going to time lapse it real quick and get this thing all put together. Okay, so one thing you got to make sure is your cables go up top, okay? So then when you take your blades, make sure you're putting your blades. You don't want to put the silver side down unless you just really want to see silver side. You put your wood side down. So when you put your wood side down, and then you're going to screw them in. So whenever you go to put these in, you want to make sure whenever it's upside down, you are putting the wood side up. All right, so on the lid, what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn it. That way we can pop this out. Now that we can see our plug right here. Because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this on top of this right here. Okay, in order to do that, there's 3 screws. We're gonna take these 3 screws out because they're gonna go onto this right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and connect this to here and this to here. So this is how it is right here. Only thing, I wish they would have gave a little bit of tape, the electric conduit tape, and put right here. That would have been nice to have that flat right there. But you can kind of maneuver the wires right here and kind of like push them down a little bit, and then they'll stay there. So now you take your shield, and of course you line it up, and then of course there you go, you turn it, and it locks right in place. Okay, so again, you can do 2 different sizes. So here's your 2 sizes. Me, I want to use a small one because that's what mine is up there, is a smaller. I could go just a further down. It wouldn't bother me none. And I mean, I might get a little bit more air if it comes down, but I like mine hugged up against the ceiling. So now on this right here, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take this actually screw right here out, and we're going to move this piece right here onto this one right here. Because when it's installed in the ceiling, it just goes in like this right here, and that's what actually holds up in the ceiling. And that way, if it moves or whatever, it can balance itself out right here. So mine's gonna actually be right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick before I get up on the ladder. Okay, so I have it all hooked up right here for the small one. Now we gotta get the rest of the fan ready to go. There's this little bar right here that you do have to take out. And then there's some set screws that we're gonna take out as well. All right, so next what we gotta do is we gotta run our wires up in here, because this is actually what's gonna go in here, and those locking screws and the pin is gonna go in this right here. So now we gotta get everything ready to go on the ceiling. So this piece is gonna go first. So you're gonna go ahead and drop this in like this right here. Then you're going to drop this piece right here. Then you're going to drop this piece right here. Once you do that, this is what you're gonna see from when you're looking up at it. So this is going to cover the bottom part. This is going to cover the screws up top. Now that you have it like this, what we're going to do is we're going to run the wires through here. That way the pin and everything can be attached to right here. And then go ahead and put your bar in and put your set screws in. You can take this one right here, and you can go ahead and run it down. So now you don't see none of those screws right here. So then go ahead and push this one down, because now we're gonna have to hook all this up. Okay, so you don't get confused, go ahead and grab your box and start connecting everything to it. At this point now, you should only have 3 wires, which is your ground, your hot, and your neutral. Okay, so whenever you hang it, the neutral is gonna go right here. This is your neutral, which is gonna go to this one right here. Unless you have a neutral on your house, then both of these are going to go to the neutral. So at this point, what I would suggest anyone to do is take pictures of your old fan. So I only have 3 wires here, right? I have my green, I have my black, and I have my white. But this fan here, it has other wires too that go to the black and to the white. So I want to take pictures in case I ever have to put this fan up, or I want to install this fan somewhere else. Okay, just like that, it is out. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bracket on because it has a bracket for the base to go onto and screw on, where this one screws from the top. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this bracket right here on. Okay, so I got everything installed. So what I'm gonna do now before I button it all up is I'm gonna go out to the breaker box, turn it on, make sure everything works before I button it completely up. All right, moment of truth. I'm gonna hit the power button on the switch. Woo-wee! There we go. Pretty cool looking. All right, next step, let's go download the app before I finish buttoning it all up and make sure everything works. Okay, of course, the bedroom is a mess right now because I gotta clean everything up. But again, I'm fixing to go to the app. I just wanna clarify how bright this thing really is. I've seen other reviewers out there, and man, they only show up top. They don't show how much light is in here. And I'm gonna come back at nighttime as well, because I know y'all might be saying, oh, there's light coming in from outside. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the switch off. Look how dark this thing, I mean, look how bright. It gets dark in here, and look at this. Wham, perfecto. I mean, that is literally, it is bright. That thing, this is really bright. I was 100%, I was not expecting it to be this bright because of the other reviewers out there reviewing this. It's like they were hiding it, like there was something to hide for showing the brightness. Again, we got to sit here and I got to hook it up. I don't want it to be blue up here, but just to have that ring ambience is going to be really nice. But yeah, this thing is really, literally staring at it, I'm like seeing dots right now. It is pretty bright. I will say that. And again, come nighttime when this window, there's no light coming through the window, you're gonna really see how bright this really is because it is bright, 100% bright. Okay, if you have a problem with the app, all you do is turn it off 4 times and turn it back on. I'm gonna go ahead and hit add. Okay, so right now it's being added and it's just pulsating right now. As you can see, it's just pulsating. If you have a problem trying to add it, make sure that you're not on 5G Wi-Fi in your home. Now, we literally can change the colors of the fan. This is pretty cool. Go ahead and go to color. This is the ring. The top one is the ring. So I like cyan. My wife, she can't stand it, but I like cyan, and of course I like cool white. I'm not a big warm light person. I like the cool white. Okay, so now that we're on here, the top one is your color, the bottom one is your light itself. So you got your ring light, and then you got your big light. So the big light, I like cool white. That's just me. I'm just a cool white person. You can make it more bluish if you want. We can turn that ring light off right now. So now the ring light is off. So you just tap that right there, or you want it on. You can go ahead and change your color that you want it to change, which is pretty cool. I like the feature. It is cool on there, especially if you want to turn this light off, the big light. So now you have just a little bit of ambience light in your room. I mean, this right here, perfect for your teenagers. I mean, me, I'm a grown up, but I like stuff like this. That's just me. So let's go ahead and go over to the next one, which is scenes. So now here's our scene. So if we want to do, say, glacier, now it's doing glacier, as you can see right now. So we want a sea of clouds. There's sea of clouds. Firework of sea. Again, you can do different things. Late autumn, that right there would be probably a nice ambience to go to sleep to when it's dark in here. And again, I'm gonna run through these whenever it does get dark later and show you exactly when it's pitch black in here. This is a fan, and that's what I want. I like the smart features. So let's go ahead, turn on the fan. It beeps, and there goes the fan. And now we have our levels right here. You can fresh air, natural air. Woo! That thing picked up. I like really feel some air right now. It's like put out some air, and I'm not even all the way. Let's go all the way. Oh, it's putting out some air, that's for sure. It is 100% putting out some air. All right, let me turn it down. Because again, I'm still trying to make sure everything is installed correctly. It is very smooth. There is no wobble in it right now. If there is, it's just a little bit because I don't have everything up there. So I will double check that here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and go reverse. See what happens when it goes to reverse. Because a lot of people don't know what the forward and reverse are. So forward, when it's coming down, is normally when it's hot outside, or you're pushing the air from up top to the bottom. And when you reverse it, it sucks the air up from the bottom and then pushes it out to the sides. So me, like in the wintertime, I like to reverse mine in the wintertime so the air ain't directly on my throat while I sleep. I just like how quiet it is. It's very quiet. You can hear it, don't get me wrong. You got a swoosh sound, but it is quiet. It's quiet, it is bright. I don't like to do anything whenever it's full blast, so let me go ahead and turn it down. And we're gonna do, see what, yeah, it's blowing everything on the bed right now. I wanna see what it is. Let's go back forward. And I wanna see what natural is. Okay, so I clicked on natural. I'll double check in the user manual here in a minute, but it's slowing down and picking up. So I think it's just, it does so much one way, so much the other way for natural. Unless there's a sensor in the little box that's up in top up there. But yeah, fresh air though, you can mess with all your fan speeds, your levels. Now underneath natural, you cannot. It does it on its own. And of course, you can turn the beep off too. It does beep every time you do something, it will beep. You got an energy save mode right here. Got it. So it lets you know how much energy you're using. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this thing also has a remote control. You don't have to just use the app with it at all. We can sit here and literally hit the power button, turn the power button on. If we want to turn the fan, say 1. It should turn the fan, start spinning it. It is going to spin it to number 1. There it goes. We can also turn the fan off. We can dim the light from here. We can brighten the light from here. We got the light ring. We can turn the light ring on and off from right here. And of course, there is one other way to connect this. You can connect this to Alexa or Google. So you got multiple ways of connecting this, right? So you got the turn it on, and you got the app, you got the remote, and then of course you got the smart features with Google or Alexa. So Again, I'll be back as soon as it gets nighttime, and we're going to finish this thing up and see what it actually looks like at nighttime. Alexa, turn on the ring light. Alexa, turn off ring light. Alexa, turn on ceiling light. Alexa, turn off ceiling light. Alexa, turn on night light. Alexa, turn off night light. Alexa, turn on ceiling fan. Alexa, turn off ceiling fan. All right, so I'm going to open up the Lumary app and go ahead and go over here. So we can change it whatever color we want. If we want it warm white, we can change it to warm white. We want the cool white, which is me. I like the cool white. My wife likes that warm, or you can do it in the middle. You can set it how you want it, which is very, very customizable, which is really, really nice. The ring light itself, we can turn it on and off from the app as well. And again, we can do the same thing. We can customize it however we want. Go ahead and turn that one off. And again, we can come in here, and then of course, if we don't want it as bright, we can turn it down. So you go to yellow. So again, you can do multiple things. Go ahead and turn the light back on and turn the ring light off. So next over, we got our little palette. So these are going to be some of your scenes that you have. So you got your DIY scene. So you can do whatever you want. Now this is going to be only for the ring light itself, not for the globe itself. So the globe itself right here is only cool white and warm white. That's all this changes right here. And of course, up and down in percentage of 1% to 100%. The ring light now is what you can change with the app on here. So if I go back one screen, go ahead and turn off the big light, and now go back over to the color palette or for the scenes, and now you can choose different scenes in here. Glacier Express is actually pretty cool. I kind of like this. Again, this is something that you can do if you have a game room, or if you have if you want to put in the living room, something like that, your kids' room, so on and so on. But again, there's so many. The Northern Lights, Flash is a little too much for me. Early spring. You got so many different ones in here. You want to go ahead and go to some Halloween or some Christmas right here, you can do that as well. Thanksgiving, Forest Day. There's just so many in here. You can go ahead and pair this to music. So if I go ahead and start it now, only if I talk, will it go? So if you have this paired to music, then it's going to go off every time music goes off. Go ahead and go back over here, and we're just go ahead and choose something. So if you go to DIY, now you can set up on DIY how you want to set up yours, what pattern you want. Let's go here. Let's go speed, and then we can choose each color that we want. So if we just do a couple of colors here real quick, take that off, and then we can do what we want to do with it. And of course, the pattern selected. You can sit there and do different things with the ring light itself. We can do meteor. So if you want just to do a meteor right there, again, you can do a shower, meteor shower right there. Symphony, pretty cool. Again, game rooms and stuff like that is the main, or a kid's room for that. You got your stack color, your falling, your lights, your flutter, water. What do we got? Rainbow, flash, rebound, shuttle, random, and open. So there again, so many different features on here. Again, you see me work with Alexa. It works perfect. Everything, the wind blows, everything's there. And again, one of the things that I couldn't stand other reviewers is they weren't showing the whole room and how much light you actually get. You get so much light from this, 100%. If you also notice from the install, I use the smaller bar up here. I went ahead and I switched it to the longer bar. I actually do like the longer bar. It makes it more of a modern look in here. I really do like that. Plus it brings that air down just a little bit more closer to me. And it's still not, you know, too short, or I'm not tall enough. I'm 6 foot, so I'm not hitting my head, or not that I got plenty of clearance. And they do give you a leveling kit, a balancing kit. So one of these here has this one, matter of fact, this one right here has a little bitty weight right here. And what you do, you set it up, and if it does any wobbling, and now there it is literally no wobble whatsoever. So they give you everything in the kit, everything but a screwdriver. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto the computer and I'm going to give you my final thoughts and what I really see. And I do have a negative with this light. All right, so what did y'all think of the fan? I think the fan is phenomenal. I think that it puts out air. It puts out a lot of air, 100%. It is bright. I am shocked that a couple of the other reviews out here I've seen of this fan don't show how bright it lights up your bedroom. It 100% lights up my bedroom. So the fan I had in there before, if you notice at the beginning one, it had 4 light bulbs in it. This here has the one middle LED. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of little bitty LEDs in there, but one LED light bulb in it with a diffuser. We're sitting there, and the only negative I have, which we'll get to in a minute, but I took my daughter's seen my negative, and so I took the diffuser globe off. And I mean, it's even brighter without the diffuser. Like 100%. That diffuser diffuses quite a bit of light. It gets even brighter. I mean, I am literally floored at a lamp or a ceiling fan like this. So the negative that I have is, I talked about it earlier in the video, is the cable underneath where the LEDs is, where you connect it. I believe they should have put a little plastic clip for that cable to clip on, or gave us some the yellow electrical tape that's inside of a lot of electrical components. So that way it doesn't start fires or nothing else. Right now I have a piece of electrical tape on it until I get to one of my stores or on Amazon and look for the yellow. I can't think of the name right now, but it's just a yellow tape, but it's for electronics. That's literally 100%. That's my only negative that I have right now. Besides that, I have to go buy more now because now my daughter wants one. So my 16-year-old wants one. If they had a 65-inch or a 65 to 70-inch one, I would love for them to come with Lumary. Y'all need to make a 65 or 70-inch and then contact me. I'd love to put one in the living room. So we're going to need a little bit longer though. We're going to need not just 5-inch and 10-inch. We're going to probably need about a 15-inch pole on that. They do have some other fans, or another fan. It's a round fan. I would love to have one for my studio right here to get rid of these. That way I can put some of my studio lights up higher without worrying about hitting the fan. I'll go ahead and leave a picture of it right here. This is what it looks like right here. Let me see, right here. Here's what it looks like. So all in all, I mean, just like Lumary's permanent outdoor lights, another product by them that literally blew me away. And I mean, I'm on a budget, but I'm trying to find products that it's worth my money to put in my house, to turn my house into a smart home without having thousands upon thousands of dollars. So this right here is another check for Lumary, because the more products I get, the more that I'm going to want to get and keep everything in the same ecosystem. I love products that I can keep all in the same ecosystem, to get rid of all the apps on my phone and stick with one. But yeah, if you like honest reviews like this, like 100% honest, I'm going to give you the negatives and I'm going to give you the positives. Real quick, it did take me about 45 minutes to install, and about 15 or 20 minutes of that was because I was moving cameras and stuff around. Other than that, this right here, 30 to 40 minutes, done easy. You notice that I was able to do it myself. I had no help. The only issue I ran into is when I brought the old fan down, I didn't know where to put it because I had all the cameras and everything set up. Other than that, no problems installing. Again, you get everything that you need in the box, everything but a screwdriver. You will need a screwdriver. But yeah, if you like these honest reviews and this literally helped your buying decision, don't forget to like and subscribe. At least like this to get it to the next person, because they might like it. All links will be in the description down below, including the link to the Lumary permanent outdoor lights that I did. I'm Thomas. Thank you for watching. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.